All right, good day. Welcome back to the Gong Show. It's been a minute since we've been with you because we had all those nice trail videos that we went through. So I'm feeling a little camera shy right now, but we'll get there. So what's happening? Let's see where to start at the beginning. So to recap, New Mexico, awesome. I can't even, the three videos that we didn't even encapsulate all of it. But, you know, I just tried to pick some of the best parts and, you know, some of the funner parts that we did. But overall, it was just it was a great time. Over 2,200 miles is what we put on old Leroy. And he apparently loved every minute of it because not one issue at all. In the entire time. So aired up, aired down, no flat tires, no broken U-joints, no lots of gas, but that's about it. So anyway, it was a great time. We had a lot of fun, and I'm not too sure if we'll ever get to do it again, and I'll tell you why after. And then the Man Cub took his 2002 Apex Edition TJ out, and they went out kind of on their first solo trip with him and a really good friend of his. And you saw in the video there, they just had a lot of fun. Again, he told me he had over 22 hours of footage for that day. They didn't get back home until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So again, you don't see it. They ended up getting stuck, and he never put any of that footage in. So I'm going to call him out on it because they got stuck good. And ended up needing another vehicle to help pull him out because he had nothing to winch to. Cardinal rule, don't drive into anything that you don't have an anchor point. But we all live and learn. So anyway, he's got some work to do on his Jeep now to get it fixed from that adventure, but we're going to help him through it from a distance. He's done a lot of work on that Jeep already. He put a 2.5-inch lift kit on it and adjustable control arms and track bars and, well, one missing now, but did a lot of work to it and put 33-inch tires on it from 31s. So now they're just going to try and enjoy it. So hope he's going to post some stuff because I'm tired of carrying all the weight of this little venture. Need some help. So I think he's got some stuff he's working on. I know he's working on my red Jeep that's up there too. He's doing some stuff to it. It needs some TLC. So more that's going to come. Jeez, I don't even know. So what are we working on today? What's in the box? I hate guessing games, so I'm not even going to make you guess. But if the keener, you can tell, the PCM that's in here is not the Wranglerfix PCM that I put in when I bought this Jeep. So for those of you that are just joining us and new, this is the LJ we bought at auction. And when I first bought it, the first thing I did was replace the PCM. And I did that because I was chasing Phantom 02 codes and the Jeep just wasn't running good. And I did a full tune-up on it, spark plugs, coils, vacuum leaks, all that stuff, and it was still just running like garbage. So I reached out to Mark at Wranglerfix, and he hooked me up. Not sponsored, but he set me up with a brand new PCM. Everything configured right out of the box. I slapped it in, I turned the key, and everything worked fantastic. But when we were out in New Mexico, I didn't ever tell Tanya this, but when I started the Jeep one time, it only ran for a couple seconds and then went off. And I noticed that the Immobilizer light was flashing on the dash. And I had heart palpitations because I only have one key for this Jeep, which is right here. And those of you that know, the gray key is the skin key. So this Jeep does have the Immobilizer in it. Fortunately, I need the steering wheel, gave it a good 1-2, and the Jeep started and ran, and I never had another issue. But it made me realize, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, out in the trails, and that happens, you're kind of dead in the water. because with the Immobilizer, if it doesn't read the chip in here, I don't know what kind of chip, if it's an RFID or what the technology is, but it's essentially a three-way handshake between the key, the Immobilizer piece in the steering column, and then the PCM. So when you start the Jeep, it's got to do that three-way weird handshake. And if part of it is broken for whatever reason, the Jeep is not going to stay running. It runs for 2 seconds, then it dies. So it scared me enough that when I got back, I called Mark at Wranglerfix and actually talked to one of the techs. I think Jay was his name. Really good guy, great guy. Because I bought another PCM for a friend's Jeep that we put in and installed, and they set that one up as well. So I called him and said, look, what are my options? And funny enough, I didn't realize it when I bought the PCM, is I could have, it's disabled. The skim feature is disabled in the PCM when they ship it to you. But as soon as I put in the skim key and started it with the Immobilizer, it did that handshake and it locked the key to the PCM. So from that point forward, I was stuck. So I bit the bullet, I took it out and I shipped it back to Wranglerfix, and they, again, reset it for me. So the skim feature is now off of this PCM as it sits. So I ran to the hardware store and cut another key. No chip. Unfortunately, they only had one key, so I can't get the second one, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now is install this, and then I'm going to run you through how to remove the Immobilizer in the steering column. I've never done it before. I just know there's a thingamawoo in there that talks to this key. So we just got to get that out so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's see if we can crack into this. So first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the negative on the battery and crack into this. What is that? 10 mil, 11 mil? I don't know. It's a wrench of some kind. So we're just going to grab all of them. My handy dandy ratcheting wrenches. So I think it's I bet you it's an 11. Yep. So why did I grab a 12 if I knew it was an 11? Because I don't have an 11 in the ratcheting wrench. That's why. Oh, it's a 10. Whew, good. I have one of those. Except I broke the ratchet when I was doing something else. It's an 8. Doesn't matter. Okay, so negative is off. So now we can pull these out. Let me get you in here for those that don't know. So the PCM, negative off. These have a safety latch. You just unlock it with the red and then just push the tab down and give it a wiggle. And out it pops. So that's that. Don't follow the red wire. That's not important. Those of you that have been watching the videos know what that's for. For the amplifier that's hidden. Okay, I need a Torx. And fortunately, because I just changed this, I have one on the ratchet. This is a T25. One, two, three, four. Now, full disclosure, I have changed these with the battery still connected. I've gotten lucky. But when I was talking to the guys at Wranglerfix, more on the skim key, I'm going to jump back to that. So part of that Immobilizer, if you're boosting a vehicle, you know, with these, you go positive, positive, negative, negative. If there's any kind of a voltage spike, if there's any kind of a voltage spike, you can actually trigger that Immobilizer, and then you're actually dead. Even if you use the skim key, it's not going to work. And then you actually have to take the PCM out and send it in for service if that were to happen. And those are the things that scare me. You you know, on the trails and out there, we can fix a lot of things, but you can't fix a Jeep that just can't run. So I've heard, when I was talking to Jay about it, he told me that he's gotten calls from guys that have been out in the middle of nowhere with a Jeep that just don't run. So that scares me enough that we're doing this. So let's try and find that bolt that I dropped. Unfortunately, it didn't get stuck in the bat. I don't know how. It fell right through. It didn't get stuck in the battery tray. I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. Nope. Not a gambling man. So we're not gonna do that. I never win when I gamble. Just never. I just contribute to other people's winnings. Something I learned. Even those little scratch tickets that you buy at the convenience store. I maybe won $2 and then I just bought another ticket and lost. So anyway, I'm going to leave that disconnected for now. We're going to jump into the cab and see if we can figure out how to get this immobilizer out. You can't see me, but that's fine. You don't need to see my ugly mug anyway. Disclosure, I already took the cover off because I wanted to see what I was working on. This is not something I've done before, and I didn't want to drag you along like a meathead while I figured out what screws to take out and that stuff. So there's 2 Phillips screws that hold the cover on. Obviously the tilt feature needs to be unlocked and then you can just wiggle it off. So that's the plastic cover. And then 2 Phillips screws are right here and here. So out it pops, out it comes. Now, I'm just going to take a random guess and say that this little Siemens device is the immobilizer. So I kind of figured it out a little bit. There's a wire here with a tab. Just push it and pull that out and we can just tuck that up. So now, in theory, I could just leave this here and it's not going to hurt anything, but I don't want to do that because I want to take it out. Because I want to figure out how it goes. So it looks like, let me bring you here. There's this here just clips onto the rail. And then there's a hoop that goes around the ignition. So if I just take that and pop that, now I just gotta hold my tongue just right. I need to put you down. I need to hold my tongue just right to get this to go up over top of the release switch for the key. Will that work? It feels like it should. What's sticking? Oh, I'm gonna break this. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, that's not going to come out that way. Okay, so let's attack it differently. Does this bracket have screws? Okay, there's got to be a way to get this off because this has got to be some sort of serviceable part. Nope, it doesn't. And I don't want to break it because there might be an instance where I need to use it again. i.e., I lose the one key I have, or I need to put the old PCM back in for whatever reason that might be. I can't see the top. How does that clip into that? It looks like that. That's not going to help me though. Help me. I need help. If you know how to take this off, shoot me a quick text. Oh wait, you can't. I don't have to take anything else this further apart because I really don't want to. I wonder if I can just take the ignition piece out by pushing this. Oh wait, I know I need the key for that. I knew that. That is there to keep people from stealing your Jeep. So you have to put this in and then turn it, and then you can push that out. But that's not going to gain me anything, is it? Nope. Because that is all still in the way. So how does that come out? This black thing has got to also come off somehow. Oh, right there. I see it. I'm going to break this, aren't I? I am so going to break this. There's a tab right here that locks. Oh, I didn't break it. It just clicked. So there's got to be one over here somewhere too. So one on this side. And then one back there somewhere. It's hot. Nope. Nope, I'm going to spring something and then it's going to be sprung and then I'm going to be in a pickle. So let's give this one more college try. What's stopping it up here? A wiring harness for the signal light, but I should be able to maneuver and unplug, I think. Come on. What just flew? Something flew. Oh, the black plastic thing off the... Uh-oh. I heard it. So there you go. I learned. This black plastic thing just pulls off. Whew. It just pops off. Okay. So the immobilizer is out of the Jeep. This was the ticket that I was looking for. So now I can take this away, go put it in the parts bin, and then let's see if this Jeep's gonna run. Let's put the ignition back together. I don't need it to be hanging around on the floor. That goes in like that, and then off. Okay. Oh, you guys were probably going, hey, pull a plastic thing off. You dummy. It came off. Okay, let's plug these back in. So the guys at Wranglerfix color code it for you, white, and then it just goes orange black. And that can only go one way. The white one is on a different harness, so that's easy to kind of mix up. But if you ever get confused, the original PCM is color coded. So green is for with the automatic transmission, and then white, orange, and then black, obviously. So white, orange, black. Lock the tabs, and they won't lock unless it's on. Hook up the negative wherever I put it. $10mm with a ratchet. Okay, that's tight. These are tight. All right, let's move this crap onto Tanya's rig. let's jump in the cab and see if this thing starts. So I'm going to leave the skim key out. My fear now is the immobilizer light's going to be stuck on. So we're going to find out together. Oh, because I don't know if that's going to happen. All right. See if we can set you up in a good spot. Something like that. Let's move this light over to a better spot. I don't know where there's metal. Right there. Okay. Key in, key on. And now we should be able to start and run. Okay, it's going to take a little bit because it's going to try and do that handshake, the PCM. But since we've got it disabled, yeah, there it is. I get the beep and the immobilizer light. But the Jeep runs, it's not going to stop. So, yeah. So there you go. That's all installed, so that immobilizer light pops on. I have a feeling we can just take that dash apart and really pull that bulb out if it really bothers me that much, or just put a piece of tape over it. I don't know. I'm gonna put the where I have the steering wheel. I think it's gonna be covered anyway. It's probably not gonna. It's like the shift light. That's a good. Does anybody even follow the shift light that they have in their manuals? I'm really curious because I don't even look at it. I see it blink every once in a while, but I think it's a light that I could ignore, kind of like the check engine light. All right, I'm gonna put the steering column back together, just kind of everything in reverse. Jeep runs, it'll drive. Then I'll go get another key cut. I still should be able to use this key actually, because now that the immobilizer's out, it doesn't matter that the chip's in there. So it's not like it can communicate. So it's just basically a key at this point. So anyway, we're good to go. All right, just a quick one for you. It's too hot to do anything that generates scar tissue. I gotta wait for it to cool down. But if you stuck around this far, great, because I got an Easter egg for you. So we're moving. We're actually gonna be leaving Houston in the next couple of weeks, 3-ish weeks. We're gonna be going to East Texas. So that's where the work is, and that's where we're gonna go. So in case you haven't realized, this YouTube thing is not my full-time job. It doesn't even pay. So we're gonna head out there and move out there. We're gonna have new digs, new all that stuff. So videos are gonna kind of be sporadic for the next little while. I do have a few things to work on. I have my black Jeep needs the fender rust repaired. I have all the stuff to do that, and I'm gonna walk you through how to fix that, the rust holes that inevitably eat all of them, except if you live in Texas or Arizona or someplace dry. I'm gonna walk you through that. I might do that here before we move. If not, we'll figure something out. So like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We really appreciate y'all, honestly. Welcome to all the new people that have been joining. Every subscription is a yay. So we appreciate you. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you on the next one.